Joey Logano is in trouble. Big trouble. And the worst part? He just opened his mouth and made the situation a whole lot more complicated. Wait until you hear what he said. Joey Logano is in deep trouble right now, and not just on the track. The three-time Cup Series champion is fighting to save his playoff spot while also throwing punches at one of the loudest voices in sports media. So what's really going on with the number 22 car? Let's start with the racing problem, because it's a big one. Through the first 10 races of the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series season, Joey Logano is sitting in 15th place in the standings. That puts him right on the edge of the chase bubble. For a guy who has won 3 championships, that is not where he wants to be. His cushion is razor thin too. Logano only has a 12-point lead over Chase Briscoe, and here is the shocking part. Briscoe is currently on the outside looking in, completely out of the chase right now. So one bad race, one blown tire, one wreck, and Logano could be the one sitting outside the playoff picture. The numbers tell the whole story. Through 10 races, Logano has only 2 top 5 finishes. He has only 3 top 10 finishes. That is not the kind of stat line you expect from a champion. And if you look at his last 5 races, things get even messier. He has 3 finishes of 30th or worse, mixed in with 2 finishes of 7th or better. Basically, the Team Penske driver has been all or nothing. Either he runs up front, or he ends up buried in the back. There is no middle ground. And that kind of up-and-down performance has barely scraped together enough points to keep him in the chase picture. To really understand how bad things are, just look at the gap between Logano and the leader. Tyler Reddick is sitting on top of the standings right now, and he has been on fire. Reddick already has 5 wins in 10 races. 5. Logano? He is 250 points behind him. That is a massive hole to dig out of. And it is not just Reddick. Logano is also 110 points behind his own Team Penske teammate, Ryan Blaney. So even inside his own race shop, he is getting outpaced. The number 22 team has been very up and down, and right now, down is winning. So what does Logano need to do? Simple. He has to find more speed in May. With only 16 races left in the regular season, the pressure is on. If he wants any kind of cushion heading into the playoffs, the time to figure things out is right now. Otherwise, a 3-time champion could actually miss the chase, and that would shake up the whole NASCAR world. But here is where things get even more interesting. While Logano is fighting for his playoff life on the track, he is also fighting a battle off the track. And this one is all about respect. It started when Stephen A. Smith made some comments on ESPN. During a recent segment, Smith questioned how much athleticism it really takes to drive a race car. He basically suggested that NASCAR drivers are not in the same league as athletes from other sports. That set off a huge debate across the sports world. Fans got mad. Drivers got mad. Even people who barely follow racing started picking sides. And Joey Logano? He decided to fire back. Speaking with Rochester News 8, Logano did not hold back. He made it clear that being a great athlete is not just about how strong or fast your body is. It is about what is going on between your ears too. Here is exactly what Logano said. The best ones aren't always the most physically able athletes from what I've seen. Some are, sure. But the mentally tough ones, those are the ones that win. And the ones that have both, those are going to be the greatest of all time. That is a pretty bold statement, and it lines up with how Logano sees racing. He pointed out that pure speed is not enough to win at the top level. Plenty of drivers can drive fast. Way fewer can put together a full race or show up when the playoff pressure hits. In his own words, Logano explained it like this. More times than not, we see drivers that have so much speed, can go so fast, but can't put a whole race together, or can't show up in the playoffs. You see that with other athletes as well. It's a mental and physical thing that you have to master as an athlete, and to me, that's what kind of makes one and makes the greats. That is a pretty smart way to look at it. Logano is basically saying that talent alone does not make a champion. You have to have the brain to back it up. You have to handle the pressure. You have to show up in the biggest moments. And honestly, that is true in almost every sport, not just NASCAR. NASCAR fans have been backing him up too. Supporters of the sport have been pointing out everything that goes into driving a stock car at high speed. There is the endurance part, where drivers have to stay sharp for hours at a time. There is the reaction time, because everything happens in a split second at 200 miles per hour. There is the mental focus needed when you are racing inches away from other cars. And there is the heat. The cockpit of a cup car can get brutally hot, especially in the summer. Add all of that together, and it is hard to argue that NASCAR drivers are not athletes. So now you have got Joey Logano in a wild spot. On one side, he is trying to climb out of a 250-point hole behind Tyler Reddick. He is trying to hold off Chase Briscoe by just 12 points. He is trying to catch up to his own teammate Ryan Blaney, and he has only 16 races left in the regular season to figure it all out. On the other side, he is becoming one of the loudest voices defending NASCAR drivers as real athletes. He is going head-to-head with Stephen A. Smith and the whole ESPN crowd. And he is doing it while his own season is hanging by a thread. It is a lot to deal with, but this is also the kind of moment that defines a champion's career. Can Logano find that mental toughness he just talked about? Can he turn things around when his back is against the wall? Because if there was ever a time to prove that mental strength matters more than raw speed, it is right now. The next few weeks of the 2026 season are going to be huge for him. May races become critical for the number 22 team. Every lap, every pit stop, every restart is going to matter. One bad weekend could drop him out of the chase. One good weekend could give him the breathing room he desperately needs. And do not forget about the people chasing him. Chase Briscoe is hungry to climb back into the top 16. Tyler Reddick is showing no signs of slowing down. Ryan Blaney is quietly stacking points and pulling away. The whole standings could flip in just a couple of races. For Joey Logano, this is the kind of stretch that separates good drivers from great ones. He has the experience. He has the championships. He has the team behind him. But the question is whether he can put it all together at the exact moment when he needs it most. Right now, the pressure is real, the math is tight, the criticism is loud, and the clock is ticking. Joey Logano has 16 races to remind everyone exactly why he is a 3-time Cup Series champion and exactly why NASCAR drivers belong right up there with the best athletes in the world.